Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We start a new title, Viduraniti or Vidura's statecraft, narrated in the form of a dialogue between Vidura and King Dhritarashtra. Vidur is one of the central characters in the Mahabharata, a major Hindu epic. He was the prime minister of the Kuru kingdom and an uncle of the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He is held to be a paragon of truth, dutifulness, impartial judgment, and steadfast dharma. He is considered the embodiment of inner consciousness of the Mahabharata. In Vidur Niti, Vidur dwells upon the positive and negative aspects of the rule of King Dhritarashtra, who happens to be his stepbrother. He calls a spade a spade. He tells the king that you have entrusted the kingdom to incompetent persons like Duryodhana, Shakuni, Karna, and Dusashana. How then do you expect to enhance your glory as a ruler? It's very blunt speaking. Vidur tells Dhritarashtra that he alone is entitled to be named a Pandita who knows his worth, is industrious, has the capacity to suffer, and who does not deviate from his duty under any circumstances. To recall, Dhritarashtra was a blind king, and out of sheer selfishness, he wanted the kingdom to be handed over to his son Duryodhan, who was a cunning person, while the kingdom should have rightfully gone to the Pandavas, led by Yudhishthir, who was called Dharmaraj. Vidur advised Dhritarashtra again and again that he should give at least the legitimate share of the Pandavas to them. They were the nephews of the king. Their father had been the king earlier. So at this point of time, in the text as we read in the Mahabharata, Vidur tells Dhritarashtra that a Pandit does not deviate from his duty under any circumstances. O king, you be a Pandita. A Pandit always acts admirably and shuns evil society, evil activity. He believes in God and worships with devotion. He is not diverted from the path of his duty, his dharma, by the emotions of anger, joy, pride, shame, obstinacy, and a false sense of superiority. A Pandit's actions are not interrupted by summer or winter, by heat or cold, neither by fear of consequences nor by lust. He is not swayed from his path either by riches or poverty. Vidur is trying to open Dhritarashtra's eyes. Look, O king, you are running your show with evil intent. You have deprived the Pandavas of their share. You want to give up everything to your son Duryodhan, who is cunningly assisted by his younger brother Dusashan and a friend Karna. In this context, Vidur is telling Dhritarashtra the wisdom that he has garnered from his studies, his thinking, his education. He says, O king, he alone is entitled to be called a Pandita whose worldly wisdom partakes of the twin qualities of dharma and artha. One who, forsaking the path of sensual indulgence, takes the road of living like an upright human being. However, Vidur admits the learned men, deep in their wisdom, know their limitations. They aspire to achieve what is possible within their power and work for the same. For them, no effort, however small, is below their dignity. What is left unsaid is that, O king, you are not acting upon these wise words. Because Vidu tells the king, the foremost attribute of a Pandita is that he listens attentively. Chiram Srinoti grasps the essence of a subject in no time and acts firmly in his discretion and not out of emotion. Wise words. Every one of us should understand them and follow them in our life. Says Vidura, a Pandit never utters an irrelevant word or tender an opinion about others unless so requested. He does not poke his nose anywhere unless it is absolutely necessary to do so. We stop here. We shall continue with Vidur Niti in the later videos. Thank you for visiting this site. Thank you for listening to me.